We're gonna have a great day today. Today's actually gonna be a little bit exciting. We can see what it's like to meet with the clients at their house. No backsplash, all window. So that way you can see out. And then we would do floating shelf up top where we can put it and place it. The bathroom you can see is going this way when you walk in right here. You can see here. And we'll do like some kind of really nice, frosted privacy all glass door. And after that, we're gonna go head over to Northwest Sign. Okay, look for that ass. That's the X from Lapse. Not so big, I like it. It's the Tiger King. Here we go. Cheryl back.
They're all Mondays now. Every day's Monday.
Every day is Monday. Even Fridays are Mondays.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a great day today. Today's actually gonna be a little bit exciting because Thomas is going to see what it's like to meet with the clients at their house, all the way from the start of a sale, going over where we can put it and place it, how, educating the client, seeing the site, seeing if we can make it work within her means, and I'm hoping that it'll go well. So we're gonna go over to a place called Lake Oswego, Oregon. It's a beautiful, beautiful area, and I would love to have one of our tiny houses in someone's backyard over there. So hopefully that'll go well. Today around lunchtime we'll be heading over there. We are going to jump on a quick call for a phone conference with Truman and Aaron to go over a little bit about customer service and what I need to expect out of them, and kind of go over a little bit of a training, just because we've got a client that we're working with, and she is a very, very, very sweet lady, but she is a no BS woman, and I love that about her because she is just like me. So we are going to have a little discussion, talk to them, and after that we're going to go head over to Northwest Signs, our sign guy. We're going to talk to him about our gear, getting all the swag stuff put together. We're going to go pick up, I think, 50 face masks, some shirts, and get some die-cast stickers made. Truman, are you there?
I am.
All right, Aaron?
Yeah.
All right. Aaron, just so you know, I'm going to be out on the road for a good part of the day, and then I got to go over to Lake Oswego to go see a client, a potential client, and survey her yard, talk to her. So I will be probably on the road or out most of the day. So if something happens or you need me, just let me know. But so you guys are aware. Anyway, the communication, and then what multiple people in the cross chatter is saying is different than what Truman will say or what you will say. But what she asked me and what she needs is a detailed explanation from you, Truman, if you are going to take the lead on it. And if you need help, come to me and I can have that conversation with you and her, just so that you can learn some of the ways of what we do. And this way she fully understands. And all she's asking us to do is say, look, if we're going to do this beam, here is your consequence. Your consequence is the warranty issue. We're voiding it. The consequence is the time delay of 1 week. The consequence is the price. And then she'll make the decision based on that. But what happens is when she is finding things out a day later, 4 days later, 5 days later, it's getting her uncomfortable, and it all has to do with the kid. And I get it. She's upset because, she's not wanting to be in our way, and she knows that living in the house at the moment is not ideal, but then she has nowhere she can go and nothing she can do because she's got a little baby. And so it's one of those things that's just, it's a situation that we're trying to make the best of it. And I think that she needs to get a good understanding of what we're doing, when we're doing it, how we're doing it. And if it changes, Truman, all she needs to know from you is in a builder's trend update and in the schedule, hey, Trantel said it's going to take 2 extra days, and this is what it looks like on the schedule. Because of that, now he's affected us to finish X, Y, and Z, so this is going to cost us a day and a half with us, and this is what it's going to look like. That's what she's asking for.
And I completely agree. I think we need to establish something at the beginning with the clients that makes them fully aware not to speak to the employees about what's going on.
Yep.
Because it takes away from their task, because they're always going to try to treat the customer with the utmost respect and try to make them happy, because that's our job. That's what we're trying to do. And so they're going to be polite and do that. But if the customer continues to intervene and talk and ask these questions, it takes away from production, and then it gives a false sense of timing when the guys say, well, yeah, it's about 3 days to do this. But then again, like you said, they're not taking into account the ordering process, the changeover, or the change orders, and this and that and the other. Yeah.
All right. Well, good job. I will talk to you guys a little bit later, and Daddy has to go make money for you guys so you can spend it all.
Okay.
Alrighty.
All right.
Later.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
But last night I had to realize that, you know what, she was right. She was right, because when she talked to me, she told me how she was feeling and why she was feeling the way she was feeling. And I had to understand that those are her feelings. She's entitled to them. And at first, you want to get defensive. It's just a natural instinct. But then I was listening to her and I was like, you know what? You are right. Because I'm the same way. And that's why I think I'm so thorough when I do speak to people. And sometimes I try to over communicate with people. It's not because I want to just talk to talk. It's actually because I want to talk to educate. I want to talk to make sure that they understand all their options, why they're having these options, what are the pros, what are the cons. I look at it as a systematic process, start to finish. And not a lot of people do that. And when you don't do that, you then leave it to speculation. Let's do it. This is probably like the one that's, I bet this is just like the one from,
That's what it looks like.
except for this is a flex fit, so it doesn't even have a band on it. I don't like that.
The only hard part with those is that you have to know size, because they come small, medium, or
Small,
large,
medium,
extra
large, bunch of noggins.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that makes it tough.
For you, it's definitely a triple extra large.
Holy big. It's the Tiger King. Here we go. Cheryl Baskin, man. What the hell? I see that's my wife's. Large. So, what happened to... This is going to be for Abigail. Alright, Abigail, and then, I don't know. These must be for Brian. Alright, well, we got these. Got those ones. These ones. Not so big, I like it. So that one's kind of big. For those. Oh yeah, look at that ass. Look how I go. Yeah, look nice.
No camels in.
I know. This would do well. And then we have this. I don't even think we do one on the back. You know? And then maybe we do...
One where you park it? Okay. Would you do a curve or would you do a straight curve?
I think it's
Just
kind of
curve?
sick to do a sleeve on the
Okay.
jacket in white. So I'm thinking if we just take the logo, and what we could do is have her shrink it down just a hair. This way it's not so big, but it's not too small. And then have that diamond tip. Trying to make it bold so it looks better. If you have the tip kind of pointing to the, kind of splitting the difference like that, you know?
Yep.
And then just a little bit reduced. Alrighty, let's do it too, man.
Where to now?
We're gonna go over to Dayspring real quick. I gotta ask them over there on a price on a trailer.
Okay.
on? Hey, everybody skedaddle. I need a cargo trailer for a plant.
Okay.
What day was last Friday? I'm like,
I couldn't tell you what I had for breakfast.
I can't even think straight. Alright, today's the 1st. That's a start. Last Friday was the 31st.
Last Friday was 28th.
Yeah,
28th,
wait.
see, I don't
Oh,
even
wait,
know.
wait, last Friday can't be yesterday.
I'm trying to find a number from my. Oh, Jesus Christ. You know what? I'll go through my text. Alright, and then 48.
They're all Mondays now. Every day's Monday.
Every day is Monday. Even Fridays are Mondays.
Yeah.
Friday is my Monday.
Okay, I'll give you a call. I'm gonna find his number somewhere in this mess and let him know what you have, and then go from there.
Oh, man.
I know.
Alright, see you guys later.
See you later.
Just FYI, I sent out that change of order contract for both the HVAC requests, or the HVAC extras, and the other one too, with the warranty exclusion. So both contracts went out with the warranty included. Yep. For exclusion. Are you rolling in the front seat? Are you rolling in the back seat?
I'm going to the front.
You gonna take over this blog right now?
Tell people what.
Tell the people what we are about to go do.
What up, Heirloom family? This is Miss Margot, large and in charge. We are going to Lake Oswego today to go check on a backyard in the southwest Portland greater area and going to see what kind of tiny home we can put into this gal's backyard.
What's going on, Heirloom family? We are in beautiful, sunny Lake Oswego. We are going to be working at a client's house right now and doing an assessment. She's looking at doing an ADU, as we said earlier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around, I'm going to take some pictures for references and start looking at what my obstacles are. And then basically by interviewing her and finding out what her needs are, her wants are, and whatnot, that's going to tell me what we can or cannot do. So this way we know if we can help her. And that's kind of the gig. So I think I overheard, and I guess she is willing to be on camera, so that'll be nice, because then you guys will get a full view. So I will get a couple of pictures of the front for reference. Let's go to the photo. And then what I'm looking for is any of the obstacles, street obstacles. Alright, go for it. Go ahead and show me where you're thinking about putting it, and ideally.
Yeah, I actually want to take it. Let's see, I think we have I don't know how the regulations go for something that's still on wheels, but I mean, in terms of a regular ADU, it has to be 10 feet from that and 5 feet from that or something.
Yeah, you have 10 foot rear offset and then a 5 foot side offset from the property line. RV, when you're doing an RV, if it's on wheels, it's just an RV pad. That's how that works.
Right,
If
interesting,
you
yeah.
are doing an ADU,
Do you do both?
I do everything.
Okay, good.
So I can do, if I was going to do an ADU, I would probably do a stick-built ADU on the property. Just save you the crane and the excess tree
and I'm
costs.
thinking, you know, that I'd rather do the ADU because I want this to be viable for resale and I want it to be viable for a real rental.
Sure.
They're actually encouraging us to do rental property. It can't be short term, it has to be long term, but that's fine. So.
Yep. And so the biggest thing it is you know, when you're doing a ADU, you go through the city process.
Right.
So we will file the permits and go over all of the build, structural, architectural, engineering. We'll do everything from the electrical, HVAC, plumbing. The city will tell us exactly what we can and can't do based upon locations, boundaries, and offsets. Once we get that approved, then what we can do is finalize pretty much all the plan sets. I have a good idea of what we can do here. The permitting process takes right around 4 weeks to 6 weeks, give or take, or so, if you have everything submitted correctly. And I like to try to do that. We handle all that side of it for you, so you don't have to worry about
Good,
the
because I don't want to
aggravation
do
of
any
that.
of that. None of it.
You will get next year at the earliest a new tax assessment, which will give the tax assessment record of the square footage.
Right.
It's above ground and it's main floor, so you'll get the maximum square footage when it comes to price per square foot on the resale market. So that's a good thing when it comes to ADUs, and especially when they're fixed.
Right.
I definitely would do fixed here, just because the challenge is to get through with anything that would not be fixed would be very difficult, because we would be taking neighbors' fences down. It would be
And I
a
don't
lot
want
of
to do
work.
that. Yeah.
So,
The more I thought about it, the more.
Yep. So doing
That's
the
why I
ADU.
continued with you guys because I remember you said you did do ADUs too, and
Yep.
I said okay, fine.
I was a builder for 15 years, so I've done residential building for.
I'm getting out of the sun while you.
No
chat.
problem. I've done
Get out of the
residential.
photo.
I've done residential building for a very long time, so I'm familiar with the codes. I'm familiar with what has to take place.
Right.
Really, it just comes down to what you're looking for as far as size, width, lengths.
Well, my understanding from I has another bid in. Well, he hasn't submitted it yet, but from my understanding is that
how much more bigger I make, it's not going to have a significant amount of cost difference because it's the processing that's going to cost us the most. So I want something that I could easily rent out to a single person or two young folks.
Okay.
You know, that would be classy. I mean, this is a really nice area.
Yep.
You know, and everybody's going through rebuilds. We put in a fortune in this crazy place, you know, making it better. So I don't want it to be something that's a joke. I want it to be really first class. I mean, it doesn't mean I have to have the same hardwood floors I have in there, but I do want it to be maintainable, but still very nice, so that I can command as much rent as I possibly can without
Okay.
weird.
The good news is I've got every trade, so we have a huge team in-house that does all of the trades, and then I've got every trade, so
Okay.
I can bring you quotes for doing the decks,
That's good.
all the way from the build. Typical ADU after permitting is really about a 2 to 3 month build process, start to finish. It's not that long. It'll be pretty quick. We do a lot of stuff where I'll like manufacture and prefab the walls in house, and I'll bring them over the framing walls.
Right.
I'll have the stem wall and the pad poured correctly, so that we can affix to it. We're gonna have to do some digging just because we gotta
Right.
connect to sewer.
Right.
We gotta connect to
Now,
water.
I've got electrical over there.
Okay.
And I have a gas line too, by the way.
You do have gas line?
Because she had a hot tub.
Okay.
And I just turned that gas line off, but it's the on-off is over there, so.
Do you want to run gas to it, or do you want to have it electric?
I'd rather just do it electric, but just so you know, I mean, you know, if you can do heat and stuff, that's.
Yeah. The heat will be it'll just be a mini split, and then we'll do a 50 amp service. Because you do an ADU, you can actually do a 100 amp service.
Are you gonna get air in there too?
As far as air, yeah, you'll have
Air conditioning?
AC and air
That'd be
heat.
good.
It'll be a mini split system, so it'll have a
Because
condenser.
when I first came up here, some fool told me you don't need air conditioning up here. That is not true.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, that's not true.
Maybe 30 years ago.
Especially-
you didn't
Yeah,
need air conditioning,
now that
but,
we
you know.
are having the
Humid.
climate change that we're apparently not having,
Yeah.
that's not true. Yeah.
Yeah, it's humid here now. It is very humid. When did you do this panel?
Well, probably 2 years ago, he put that in for the maybe the AC. I don't know what guy's there for. Lights and stuff. But I know
Yeah, this is lights, and this is just a 12 volt system and a timer. So you probably have got either your water for sprinkler and lights on this.
Sprinkler system. Yeah.
And then down here, you've got a 110. So, all right. Take a bunch of pictures. Okay.
I heard this guy just follow me around. I think that'd be so fun. I know, right?
You-
I used to,
It is fun.
one of my lives I had before I worked at Tiffany Company in Paris. And we had
All right.
guards,
Let's go look at
security
everything.
guards, and I used to say, I gotta go to my reunion. Are you gonna come with me? Because I think it'd be so much fun to have you like, little things going on. Don't talk to Maxine.
Yeah.
All right. I need to see, if you don't mind, electrical panel for the main house. Probably in the garage.
Garage, yep. I'll meet you around the corner.
All right. I'll eat full.
I know, right?
So, she did a replaced furnace in 19, new AC connect in 18. We do conduit chases in all of our stuff, so if there's ever a problem, you're not opening up walls, everything's ran through chases. And that is just priceless, let me tell
Right,
you,
yeah.
especially in tiny homes in
Right.
general,
Right.
because people don't even do it the right way, and we actually create a subfloor we raise, and we actually put
That's
all the
good.
conduits under
Right.
and run it and protect it. Because if like you have a plumbing leak, what's the last
Right.
thing you want? You want your floors to get flooded, and then you want your house to get flooded.
Right.
This avoids that. So it's things like doing it the right way. You'll see the methods, we'll show you. And then as
Okay.
far as the floor plan goes, that's really up to you. I take the space, I put it in reality. I tell you, hey, these are probably the most economical from what I see. And then you get to have the fun of saying, I'd like to do this or do that or do this. You know, can you do a little ladder with a little, you know, day loft or something? Or can you do this or that? And then it's just playing with the
Well, when I'm not
programs.
renting it, the occupants would be my daughter and her daughter.
Okay.
So, and her husband. So, I mean, I think about how can we configure this so that the kid can have some place to kind of
Yep.
be, but you know.
And we can
Hopefully
do
she's
that.
in grandma's bed, but if she's not,
The good thing is we've done enough like 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 spaces, you know, and changing things and converting things and making things into what you wouldn't think it is.
right.
That's the fun part that we can
Right.
do. And we can throw something in like that, especially once I get a profile on who she is and how old she is. So I know what she's into, and then we can create like a little area for her, you know, and something fun, you know, and then I can get you a price and say this is what it costs to do that.
Well, I don't want to make it too
You know,
custom.
I know, but just something fun, something small, you know, that's
I mean,
just
the
something.
city of Lake Oswego is very mean, and I'll have to pay $20,000 if I don't have long-term rentals in this thing. So
Oh, I'm sure.
yeah,
absolutely.
So, get you right away on that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, one of the great things is that people love tiny homes, they love tiny spaces, and are just completely enamored with them. So trust me, you're not going to have an issue with renting this thing. Believe that.
No, you'll do well. We've
will.
not had any issue
I
with
got a
people
really
with
sick husband,
ADUs.
so we're using this as a supplement here for us. So,
No problem.
okay.
You go do that, and we'll go take
Okay,
my.
all right.
All right.
Well, I had one more question, but well, okay.
Well, you've got my number too, so
Did you give her
I mean,
my
we'll
card?
be out there. Yes, I did. Yep.
Okay.
She's
We'll
got
say
both
goodbye to
of
you
them.
before we take off.
Of
I'm gonna take a
course.
bunch of
Okay, okay,
measurements,
all right.
and then we'll
right.
get a preliminary estimate, and
Okay.
then what I'll do
Well, that's
is.
really what I want. Is I want to just get a
Sure.
ballpark of how what my reality level is. And,
Yep. And then when you say, hey, we're ready to move forward, then we'll bring you in, and then we'll actually sit down and go through a whole consultation, floor plan, arrangement, all the goodies. We have to have a 5-foot offset, or it's called setback, is what it's really called. So from the tiny home to the property line, and here's the issue. So that's just under 9 feet. So you're gonna say the east side is 9 feet. Or I'm sorry, west side is 9 feet.
Got it.
East side is well over. We're fine. This has to be 10 feet, which this is well over 10 feet. This is probably 15, 20 feet, so we're fine there.
Yep.
But she can't be within 10 feet of her house.
Which is probably where this at. That's probably a 6-foot deck right there.
Yeah, roughly. Let's see. That's 6 feet.
Wow, Miss Marta's getting good at this.
So roughly right about here. That's about where she's going to start. Let's do a quick see what she has with the 10-foot setback. So with the 10-foot setback, we could do my guess is 18, 15, yeah, 15. Yep, 18. So she's 18 right now without going any further back.
Is that 18 from the setback?
That's with the house setback. So if we stayed on the current pad, we would be 18 by just a hair under 16. So 18 by 16. I mean, it's 288 feet.
Yeah. That's 288 square.
She meets the minimum. Keep her under 800. She's all under ADU code. Let's see.
Right.
And then this is kind of like the front door / back door. Really, that's almost like where you want your front door.
Sure.
And then what we'll do is we'll create like kitchen here. We'll create this as like 2-in-1, so this is really gonna be right here. This is where we'll do our bed wall. So we'll put a queen or a king bed wall down here. And then we'll do the 3-in-1 with the couch like we did with the expanses. So she has the couch and the bed combo. But it's looking
I'm
straight
making
out
a drawing
to the
right
back
now. I'm
patio.
just kind of taking what you're saying and just kind of figuring out what we're doing.
And then
You could have a nice maybe French doors over on this corner over here.
no, that's where I want to put the Evo door. Is right here. I want the Evo door right here, so that this whole thing could be basically a 10-foot door
Yep.
and
It just
window,
opens up.
and then it opens up into the patio, and it's a full awning.
And then do some windows over on this side too.
Yeah, what I would do is I would put. I'm debating the bathroom, but I'm thinking if this is the entrance here, and she really truly wants this as an entrance point here, what I would do is I would put an L-shaped kitchen right here.
Yep.
That way it goes to the patio and the open area. And then this would be a really nice long, I would drop the window right on the countertop. And it would just be no backsplash, all window. So that way you can see out.
Yep.
And then we would do floating shelves up top, couple of uppers on this side.
Yep.
Make this like her fridge wall and do a really nice luxurious Fisher and Paykel appliance suite kitchen. And the biggest thing we would want to figure out is where do we do the bathroom? That's really the biggest thing. So it leads me to say one of two things.
Well, the bathroom you can either put on that very far wall.
We'd put, well no, I want the bed lined up like here, but we could, since we're doing the couch and living room, figure out the distance and hug here. And then what we could do, I think would be pretty trick, is do one of those walls that split the bed wall, and then behind it is a seamless open concept wet bathroom.
Okay. So
All
kind of
tile
like
and everything
go
behind it,
right
all
this
dope.
over
I mean
this
done.
way, and then put the bathroom behind it.
Put the bathroom behind it, so it would literally be a bed wall.
Basically, you couldn't see the bathroom when you walk in.
You could. The bathroom you could see is going this way when you walk in right here.
Okay.
You could see here, and we'll do like some kind of really nice, frosted privacy all glass door. But when you open it, I would do like a full wet bathroom.
Full wet bathroom.
Yep.
Okay.
And then that way, because you know me, I'm crazy. I would do like two, just for their privacy. I would do verticals for me, but do like two transoms. Do a transom here
Yeah.
and a transom here for the bathroom.
Yep.
That way it gives height,
Yep.
and then the bathroom would be fully vaulted.
Uh-huh.
And we could get in here. If I go and use the distance here.
Now, would you be able to put a loft in here someplace?
No, because you would have to have all codes met, and it would have to be 16 plus feet tall.
Oh, got it.
So give her like a 6. Give her about a 6-foot extension to the bathroom wall. Right here.
Okay.
And then if I go from here to here, let's do this. I'm almost tempted to bump this out right here.
I would.
And tunnel the shower in here. Still have the wall, but bump it. So if we bumped it, because then we're not ruining that much landscaping. Let me see what 3 feet looks like. Because then I can put the 3-foot shower here. It's right about here. Right here.
So that would give her almost 21 feet of that.
So what we would do is on the west side, we're going to go 21 foot. And then we're going to go out 6 feet at that 21 foot mark. No, let's keep it 5 feet.
Okay.
So we'll go 21 feet out. 5 feet this way. Now this is our shower, complete shower stall. I'm gonna do an upper transom over here, so you have, you know, nice privacy, but you can go in and put in the slider. Upper transom all the way up here, so it's over this side of the bathroom. This turns into your wet wall. So when we go out to here and we do all this, it's gonna give us roughly about 15 feet deep, roughly, in the bathroom. So if we make it like right about here, and I want to put something really cool here. I don't want to just put a normal door. If we do this, we're going to do something like, almost like a hidden passage, or it's going to be one of those things that's like a screen or something where it's either etched glass or something cool to go with the vibrant feel. Because it's that more like modern but hidden jewel, because you're gonna have obviously coming off here, you know, that portico, and you can't get past that. But what I want to do is, by doing this, then I can create it to where if we have the shower here, we just got to figure out, I think what we do is we do one nice solid double vanity floating top, you know, and then we'll do like the really elegant floating shelves underneath it to keep it open and airy for the sinks. That way when they're washing their hands, they'll actually have we'll do a really nice beautiful medicine cabinet, and then they'll have the transom window here on this side.
So basically we're going to have a wraparound and hidden shower.
Essentially, yep.
Okay.
And the way I'm going to hide the shower is,
Would you put a pocket door in between that?
nope, all open.
All open.
All open.
Okay.
When we do this bump out right here for the shower, we have 5 feet. We're going to give them 2 feet where we close off this inner wall right here, so that there's a 3 foot just straight opening.
Yeah.
And it's just a seamless opening that you walk into. And then that way I can put the toilet right here. And the toilet really hides behind what was the shower wall. Make
Now,
sense?
Will the toilet be like its own little water closet? Would you put a door in front
Nope,
of that?
there's no door, there's no nothing.
Okay.
It's all open
All open.
concept. Yep, it's all open concept. It's gonna be like there's no way to do this any other way. Because you gotta hide this and then create your wet wall so that you can essentially, by the time you're done, we're gonna be roughly about here. So by doing that, we're gonna have to breed a bed. I gotta do the math with her to make sure all of the mathematics works and make sure I don't have to go out any further.
Well, even if you do a king size, you're going to
There
be
you go.
looking at
There's a
84
queen,
inches
right here.
plus.
Here's a queen. So when the bed's down, stops here.
Yep.
Okay, plenty of room. When the bed's up, it's got the nice sofa,
Yep.
and it's gonna be vertical, attached to that wall. And then no one's gonna know what that is behind it at all, whatsoever, at all. It's just gonna be like a really cool setup. And then what I'll do is I'll get the breed a bed with the attachments, so it has the closet on one side, and then it has the nightstand and the drawer on the other side. So now you've got their closet resolved. You've got their full bathroom, which I think is going to be really sexy and done nice. And then, oh, I'm going to make that bathroom insane. I want to make it nice. Because this, I want to make this project like stand out. And then we have a beautiful kitchen set up here. And I'll just try to create something where when the kitchen's here, that we have some kind of piece of moving kitchen expansion. So yeah, we'll probably like have this stop and then be a bigger, like 48-inch slab island, and then we'll do like the rainfall coming down on the quartz, and then we'll leave a gap so that you can sit on either side. You can have your full bar, entertain your friends, And then when that thing's open, it's insane. That's what I see. And it's a great use of space. And we're modifying very little back here. And I've always wanted to do a hidden bathroom. Like those hidden bathrooms are really nice. It'll probably just have to be like a black framed glass door to kind of match the Evo door on there.
Yeah,
And then we'll do, because she has kind of the modern door here,
yeah.
we'll do that same kind of look here. And then the whole just portico stretch gives that kind of like, it gives that depth to it that, you know, for ADUs it can be very much missing.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start out with I'm gonna see if I can get a floor plan done, kind of rendering what I'm thinking, just to kind of give you kind of like a visual, and then I'll get you an estimate from the site prep work, everything that needs to get done. They'll be roundabout numbers right now until we get obviously final what you want to do, sign off from it. So,
Well,
alrighty.
thank you so much for allowing us
Very
to
nice
come
meeting
out.
you.
I appreciate it.
I'll get that put together tomorrow.
Thank you.
Yep,
You're
absolutely.
welcome. Have a great day, Max.
Obviously, we met with the client. We went over what she wants to do. She wants to do an ADU. It's in a very nice area. She wants to do an ADU with a really, I think, mid to upscale. I mean, it's not going to be, you know, full-fledged to the nines, but it's going to look really gorgeous. It's going to be fitting and complementary to the neighborhood. She's looking for a long-term professional renters to come in and enjoy it and get you know, her money back as soon as possible. And you know, I know what I want to do to it, but it is Laco, and you know, they love to make it a little bit difficult. I'm glad it's not first edition or anything close to downtown Laco, because that's a tough project, but we'll get it resolved. So